These are cervical isometrics. What we're trying to do here is contract the muscle without changing its length. These are great exercises to restore what we call the normal length-tension relationship of muscles and reduce pain after a cervical whiplash injury. So what we're going to do after you've already gone through those active range of motion drills is we're going to contract those muscles. So each of those kind of ranges of motion that you just learned in the last video, now we're going to turn it into an active muscle drill. So you're going to take two fingers and you're going to put it on either side of your chin. And the first motion that we're going to do is rotation. But this time we're not actually going to move our neck. We're going to kind of squeeze the muscles that create that movement, but our fingers aren't letting us turn. So the motion I'm trying to do is this, but I'm pushing into those fingers and the fingers are not letting me turn. You're going to push with about 50% effort, holding for about a 10 count. So let's go through one together. So we're going to hold this for a full 10 count. Again, in this position, so with my right hand on the right side of my chin, you should feel this along the right side of your cervical spine. Okay, so about 10 seconds there. And then the same thing to the other side. Now I'm pushing to the left. I'm trying to turn my head to the left. My fingers are not letting me move. We're going to hold this one 10 straight seconds, about 50% effort. If 50% is painful, back it off just a touch. If 50% feels like no sweat, you can add about 10 to 12% effort to that. But we don't want to overstrain here. Next, what you're going to do is take two fingers towards the temple. So now we're doing that cervical side flexion. But again, my fingers aren't letting my head move. So I'm holding this for about 10 seconds here, about a 50% effort. Okay. And then we switch to the other side. Again, the motion I'm doing is that, but my fingers aren't letting me move. And then we're going to do flexion and extension. So flexion is looking straight down. So we're going to take four fingers, because we're a little stronger in this position, just putting them on our forehead, and I'm pushing into my fingers. I'm trying to look down at the floor. My hand is not letting me move. Okay, once I get through 10 seconds there, I'm just going to take one hand right behind my head, and I'm pushing back, about a 50% effort. Again, if 50% is too much for you right now, just back it down a touch. All right, great. So that was 10 seconds of each one of those. At home, let's try to get through about 3 or 4 rounds of 10 seconds of each one of those. If that's a lot of a time commitment for you right now, you can kind of break those up in your day. Make a goal of about 3 to 4 rounds of about 10 seconds per day.